Hi viewer, hope you're doing well. We're in the fourth month of the year 2025 and I still go by the name Sarah Ayuma. Here we change mindsets, and remember, the power of your mindset actually determines where your future heads, determines where you land in future. So if you are intrigued by mindset changing, stay tuned on this channel. If you've not supported me on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, please do so, because you learn a lot from my videos. So let's say you've encountered disrespect from someone. Have you ever been disrespected by someone? Especially those that you least expect to disrespect you. Maybe they're always talking over you, or never listening to you. Maybe they never meet you on time. These small things that we choose to overlook as human beings. Maybe they always dismiss your feelings by saying that you're being too sensitive, sometimes saying very mean things to you. All right, I want to speak about the let them theory. All right, that's where your power lies. The let them theory allows you to observe people's true nature before categorizing them in your mind. It grants you the freedom to not try and manipulate the situation or manipulate them. It lets people question themselves whether or not they've been taking you for granted, whether or not they've misjudged you. It also shifts the power dynamic. Don't operate from a fearful spot, from the fear of not wanting to be alone, from the fear of feeling like you're not enough, from the fear of being rejected by those that are around you. By the way, you'll understand this very well when you check your bank account balance. Does your bank account balance reflect your fear to fit in, or does it reflect your vision? Which one? When you check your bank account balance, does it reflect your fear to fit in, or does it reflect your vision? That will tell you if you're operating from a point of fear or from a point of your goals. And remember, in 2 Timothy 1:7 states that God does not give us a spirit of fear, but God gives us power and of love and of a sound mind. This verse also emphasizes that God does not give us fear. God gives us power, the spirit of power and the spirit of love and of a sound mind. All right, so if you're not operating from a point of power, from a point of love, and from a point of a sound mind, then it goes without saying that you're not operating from a godly perspective. All right, so avoid operating from a space of wanting to hold on, wanting to prove your worth to people, wanting wanting to explain yourself all the time. If these people have not seen your worth initially, then let me tell you, as Sarah Ayuma, that it doesn't really matter if they see it now or later. All right, learn to operate from a place of strength where you don't chase, you don't beg, you don't react emotionally. Instead, you trust that if someone is meant to be in your life, then they'll choose to be in it by choosing you. Another thing I want to just speak about here is the art of detachment. All right, it does not translate to you stopping to care for them. I've had people ask me that, when you detach, does it mean that you stop caring about me? And that's not the whole point. The whole point of you detaching, and we made detaching, is that we stop being clingy. I don't know what you understand by detachment, but detachment does not translate to you not caring anymore. It translates to you not being clingy. You stop attaching your happiness to an outcome that you cannot actually control. Don't let your sadness come from a place of attachment. Attachment to how a relationship should unfold, how someone should act, or how something should be. Detach and gain clarity and start seeing people for who they truly are and not who you want them to be. Learn to recognize these patterns you may have ignored before. Prioritize yourself, prioritize your peace, prioritize your growth. Those are those, your peace, your growth, and what else did I say, and yourself are the things that you can control. But how a situation unfolds, how people react, those are out of your control. So learn to detach from such things. This will help you become more attractive, not just to everyone, but to the right caliber of people, those within your elevated level. Have you ever noticed that when you elevate, then there are people who lose access to you completely because they do not know even how to handle you? So learn to elevate yourself. And then something else I want to speak about is learn to say I'm valuable, even if someone else does not see it. There are some uncertainty of things does not or should not affect your value. When faced with rejection, uncertainty, or emotional pain, practice the art of silence. Don't argue. Don't demand for answers. In fact, do not even react. Do you know there's nothing called closure? Because what is closure? What are you really looking for? Are you looking towards someone lying to you in the name of closure? No. Just let them. Let this emotion sit in silence. Blocking someone isn't really an ultimate power move. I advise people to only use blocking as a control measure and not as an ultimate power move. Lack of reaction will actually make the other party accountable. It makes them sit with their thoughts and reflect. And then the shift happens naturally. Don't engage. Give people their space, the time, and the tools to do what they want to do with themselves. Imagine people can even accommodate disappointment. Don't underestimate them. So let them do what they want to do, and let you do what you want to do after you've observed them. So I remember doing a video on my YouTube channel about a bus leaving the stage just before I boarded it. And at first I felt so bad, but later on I saw the reason why God did not want me to board that bus, because it got an accident. Like the bus that I boarded after that one had left, we passed that bus that had made me feel bad for not boarding it, because it was going to a stage that is near where I wanted to connect from. It's, you know, these days we drive. So Kitambo, we used to just use buses. So I felt so bad that that bus had left me, only for me to see it having gotten an accident on the road. Yani niliacha basi ikaenda, rather that bus left, and then I boarded another bus na tukaipita hapo kwa njia ikiwa imepata accident. So I learned to trust in God whenever I'm at crossroads, knowing that everything will work for my good because I choose to love and obey my God, all right? He always is on time, never late, never early, and he knows exactly what I need, even when I don't. Have you ever seen this song ya Kambua kwamba Mungu anajua ninachohitaji hata kabla sijamwambia? You know, sometimes you think you want a baby boy, but God knows that you need a baby girl too. So he'll give you a baby boy and a baby girl. So today I just want to emphasize on the fact of letting them be, and just letting people do what they want. They want to leave you, let them. They want to gossip about you, let them. They want to do bad things behind your back, let them. Why? Because you can't change their behavior. Their behavior is not as a result of you. It's because of them. The person they are inside. Wives, I want to tell you this. Don't ever blame yourself for your cheating husband. He cheated because he is undisciplined. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you just sit there and relax and not play your wifey role. No, please don't. Please be the best wife that you can be. Play your wifey role, but don't ever blame yourself for your husband's mischievous behaviors. Let him, so that you can know what he had better been doing, so that you can understand what value he has placed on you. Remember, the value that he has placed on you does not reflect on your value or your worth, but there's a value that people place on people that maybe makes them act in a certain way towards those people. So let your husband do as he pleases, so that you can know the value that he has placed on you. This theory does not translate to you how can I put it? It does not translate to you allowing people to be abusive with you. No, just you are, observing people's behavior from a non-reactive point of view, right? And that will make you be in the best position to make a reasonable decision regarding your life. This decision must be one that works for you. So let's learn to live a free life without expectations, expectations from how people treat us, from how situations should be, and instead put our trust in God, our hope in God, because only God can change our relatives, our friends, our bosses, our spouses' behavior. Ours is to let them be and make informed decisions. Many a times people ask me, Sarah, what are your expectations for this relationship? And my answer has always been, I don't have any expectations, right? Because I also don't want to box anyone into acting in a certain way. I want them to be free, to be themselves, so that I can know what they'd rather do. And then, after knowing what they'd rather do, I can be able to make my own decisions, okay? So let me throw this in. Between someone living in a bungalow and one living in a single room, who between those two people has the freedom to explore? I'm sure your answer is the person living in a bungalow or a bungalow. It really depends on if you went to a school or if you went to the group of schools, all right? So my pronunciation, I don't know what it speaks of me. So my viewer, I just want to let you know that, remember, people don't change when you tell them to change. They don't change when you tell them that they've done wrong. Remember, people don't change because you've pleaded with them or you've tried to make them see your perspective. They change when when they've been forced to sit with their own actions, when they've been forced to feel the consequences of their choices. So learn the art of silence. Allow them to look inward instead of allowing them to deflect outward. Learn to let things be. Let people be who they are, and learn to let you prioritize what needs to be prioritized from a place of knowledge and not from a place of coercion. Millennials, because I'm one of the millennials, okay? Let's learn to let things be and not be affected by societal norms that inflict fear in us. If you're a millennial, learn to let things be and not allow societal norms inflict fear in you, right? One last thing, after you've let them, give yourself permission to let you do you, right? Do not negotiate your change with people who absolutely want you to remain the same, because maybe they are benefiting from your lack of boundaries, because maybe they are benefiting from you not having a clear mindset. Do not allow yourself to negotiate your change with people who absolutely want you to remain the same. You have to stand up and make a decision and to take an action for your future, and leave your past or present connections that do not support your growth. You have to leave your past or present connections that do not support your growth. Choose friendships based on proximity, based on timing, and based on energies. Remember, energies speak a lot about where someone has placed you in their priority list. Okay, be decisive. Being decisive means that you make timely decisions, that you make clear decisions, that you make informed decisions. So whenever you as a millennial are making a decision for your life, do you ask yourself about the time factor, the clarity factor, and the information factor? Because if your decision is not timely, it's going to fail you. If your decision is not from a point of clarity, it's going to fail you. If it's not informed, it's going to fail you. How is your intuition developed? Just in case you lack data, your intuition is developed through your networks, the people that you hang around with, okay? The conversations that you have, the friends that you have, develop your intuition. So for you to make a decisive decision, or to be decisive, you have to have a very sober intuition, all right? An intuition that is from a healed space, and not an intuition that is from a hurting space. And there's this saying that goes that I've heard people say that siku anajua ninacho stahili kufanya until I talked to so and so, and those are people in their network. So what is your network made of? Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are, because your friends determine how developed your intuition is, and you need to use your intuition just in case you cannot find data to make a decisive decision. So another thing that will make your decision that will give you a timely, clear, and informed decision is a risk assessment. You need to know how to count your cost. What are your opportunities and threats? And embrace a calculated risk. As a millennial, let you and I learn to embrace calculated risk, and not just a risk because the society says it's the best risk for you to take at that very point. Learn to count your opportunities vis-a-vis your costs, your threats. Sorry, learn to count your opportunities vis-a-vis your threats, and cut your costs according to the available material that you have. So learn to make a risk assessment that works for you. Do not make any decision without making a risk assessment, without considering the opportunities and threats that follow that decision that you're about to make. All right. That also means that you have to have many or at least 3 options of decisions. Let's say that you want to get into a relationship. You cannot just settle on the first option that you have, right? Because you're likely to make a wrong decision based on that option that you have. Have varieties of options, and then do your risk assessment analysis. Know your opportunities and your threats, and embrace a calculated risk. Another way to make a timely and clear and informed decision is by you being accountable. What is accountability? Accountability is accepting responsibility for the impact of your decision. As millennials, let's learn to accept responsibility for the impact of our decisions, and not run away from the responsibilities of the impacts that our decisions have on ourselves, on our children, on our family members, and on our friends. Let's learn to accept responsibility responsibilities for the impacts of our decisions. Let's not be the kind of people that do not want to be held responsible. And as I finish, all right, about the let them theory and let you and I be. Let's practice the art of learning, the art of relearning, the art of unlearning, and the art of adapting. Don't change the goal, just refine your strategy. Don't change the goal, just refine your strategy. I should not also change my goal, I should just refine my strategy. Don't let anyone bury you because of your mistakes, all right? Learn, adapt, evolve, and refine. Learn, adapt, evolve, and refine. I hope you've learned one or two things from this let them theory and let you be able to make a decisive decision that is timely, that is clear, a decision that is also your decision should be timely, clear, and informative, all right? And by the way, this thing of letting them should also work in reverse, in that you can also allow yourself to let you, all right? So let's say you want to go to the supermarket, or you are in the supermarket and you have this urge of buying things, doing an impulse buying. Do you know how valuable just allowing that thought pass and aligning yourself with your shopping list can help you? Or maybe you're not in the supermarket, maybe you're in your house and you've just seen this thing popping from those online sellers, all right? And it's not even an emergency, it's not even urgent. Allow yourself to let that thought pass. Allow yourself to let yourself absorb that thought. Let it pass. Give it a week and analyze that decision, whether or not you need to buy that thing. So it's not just about making decisive decisions or being decisive when it comes to relationships, but also when it comes to your daily decisions. Sometimes just let things sit in, absorb them, including emotions, absorb them, then make a decisive decision that is timely, that is clear, that is informed every single time. If you do that for 3 months, trust you me, you will be 6 months ahead in achieving your goals.